on to something. We'll stick with the animal theme. We're talking about frogs. Let's talk about cats. Catopia. That's a word that I've just made up. Catopia Rush, to be specific. Let me throw up a little thing here. Here you go. So, action RPG. That's cute, isn't it? Isn't it? Look at the little cats.
Yeah.
Doing unspeakable violence, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, that's just cats things anyway, isn't it? But they're cute, so they get away with it.
Yes, well, I mentioned yesterday. I don't know if I did actually. That we came from I grew up in a cat family. We had cats. My mum was a cat person, so I think peak was five cats in the house at once.
So many cats.
That is. Some would say too many. But I intend to get one later in life when I have space. But I'm a big fan of them. It's the nonchalance that I approve of. If you have to, for me, on the cat dog divide, the eternal struggle between the two. I'm a cat person because I feel like dogs are for people who maybe like, I don't know. I don't want to ask now which side you fall on, but there's something about dogs where it's like they're so needy they'll love you no matter what. Whereas with a cat, I feel like you have to earn it. You know? Very
true. Yeah.
When a cat sits on you, I kind of feel honoured. I've been chosen, and then they spend 10 minutes on you, and they go, right, I got stuff on, and then they just bugger off. And I've got a lot of respect for that. Whereas the dogs are just kind of going, but food now? You get food now? And I don't know. There's something not there behind the eyes. Anyway, cutesy adventure RPG Catopia. That's what this is talking about. So Catopia Rush is something that's kind of moved on from Catopia itself. A cute dungeon crawler. This is something that Dan has been playing a bunch of. It is, hang on, he got a soft launch on the 16th of September. And it's due to come out in late October. I think that's where it's going to be. So we are getting the exclusive look at this. And he's described it as like almost an inverted twin stick shooter. So the idea is to with twin stick shooters, you kind of need to keep moving constantly all the time. You're dancing around the screen. Avoiding enemies, firing your own projectiles and everything like that. This one, it exists in the moments between movements. So your team attacks, and while you're sort of midway through or finishing movements, that's when your team starts laying in. So it's about stopping and letting your team go mental, rather than you zipping around like a crazy person. He also compared it to things like the Minion command games, because you're basically sending out your little cat allies, cat army, I guess you would call them, and it gives it that slight Pikmin vibe, where you've got a little cluster and you're sending them to do your bidding. Undead Horde as well, that's another one that they mentioned. So you influence the unit's moves, but you're not controlling them directly. So it's kind of like, go there please, and they go, maybe. God, we were just talking about Shadow of the Colossus. Did you, I assume, play The Last Guardian?
I did, yeah.
That's a classic example of like, go over there, and he's like, sorry, what?
Yep.
I was just licking my foot. Can you repeat it? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. That was a fun thing, but I quite like that where there's a little bit of elasticity in the commands with games where it's like they're doing their own thing. They'll get around to you in their own sweet time. And it sounds like this has got a bit of that going on. So yes, of course. Cats are all over the place. You've got chef cats, toast cats, regal cats, so king cats, I suppose, and loads more to deal with. And they get unlocked. They can be leveled up. You have to pick your team right, and they're kind of dungeon based, so it is all nice big dungeon dives. And I'm kind of interested. I don't know. I like the art style particularly. That's the thing that I'm
very cute.
It's very cute, and until we get our actual hands on it, we can only guess. But it'll be available for soft launch in September on iOS and on Android. I don't know about the soft launch. I'm assuming maybe it'll be on both, but I know that certainly October is the planned release date for it. So that'll be on both mobile platforms, so Android and iOS. You'll be able to get hold of that sometime not too far from now. Catopia Rush, there we go.